Hello, 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 hello. My name is Quantum Singer. You're watching my Nappy Roots, and if you got a little time, you might as well stick around. Nappy Roots, everyone. Today in this video, I'm doing a segment called Braid Care 101. I got a few emails from some people who want to know about braids. So, you know, having braids myself and having gotten my hair braided on a regular basis when I was 18 and 19, I pretty much learned a lot of tricks. And one of the most frequently asked questions when dealing with braids is, how do I get them to loosen up if they're too tight? The quickest way and the easiest way is to take some handy oil sheen and really spray the tight parts and really get in there and make sure that you're lubricating what's really tight, because then it'll loosen it up a little bit. Over a couple of hours it'll start to loosen up. But what I did after I got my hair braided, I came home and I got into the shower and I ducked my head under the water and I let the water really soak all the hair, and that felt so good on my scalp. It was like a soothing, cool balm to my scalp. It really helped to loosen up the braids. They're still very tight. They're still very tight, but not so tight that it's painful. And then after that, I sprayed it with oil. After that, I sprayed it down pretty well with oil sheen to help lubricate it and get some things moving. So, the next question that I get is that, how do I keep my hair from getting dry when I have braids in? What I do a lot is daily I take some spray leave-in conditioner and I spray my head with this, and this is really good to keep your hair from getting dry and having that dry, itchy scalp and having the flakes of dandruff and all that in our hair that really looks disgusting. So leave-in conditioner is definitely a good way to go. With very dry hair, then I would say go in between each braid with oil. Go in between each braid with a little bead of oil. I use this bottle that has an applicator tip on it. This is an old bottle I had that I just filled with grapeseed oil that I use. And then the next question that I got is, what do I do with them at night? Because it's not like having your hair flat ironed or having a wrap, so it's like, what do you do? It's not a mystery, people. You do the exact same thing. You break out your handy wave cap, your silky wave cap or your satin bonnet, and you put that on and go to bed. It's not a mystery. And I also got another question from someone asking, could they wash their hair when they have braids in? Absolutely, why not? There's nothing that is going to make these braids come loose any faster, and braiding your hair super tight so that you have a facelift and you look Asian and you're black is not good. What you're going to do is you're going to pull your hair out. The braids are going to get loose at the same rate no matter if you do it super tight or not very tight at all. Because remember, if you keep your hair braided for a week, in a week you have 1/8 of an inch of new growth. In 2 weeks you have 1/4 of an inch of new growth. It's not going to loosen any faster or any slower. By doing it tight, you're just pulling your hair out. And when I was 18 and 19, my hairline was getting very thin and very, very damaged, and a lot of that was due to me being like everyone else and not caring for my hair when I had it in braids, not doing anything, just going to bed, letting my hair get dry, and then taking the braids out, not taking my time to do it slowly. When you take your braids out, you want to, like how these are very, very small, you want to make sure that you are really taking your time. When I take these down in about 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to do it on a day where I don't have to work. I'm going to do it on a day where I can really devote time to doing it correctly, because taking out your braids incorrectly will definitely lead to a lot of breakage, will lead to pulling hair out, will lead to thinning hairlines and thinning edges, thinning napes, all of that stuff. So we want to do it when we have a sufficient amount of time to do it correctly, so we can avoid all of those horrible issues that plague a lot of people. I'm sure you've seen people who have no hairline and no edges, and their braids start back here. That can definitely 100% be avoided. And also, after I take these braids out, I'm really going to do a hot oil treatment and deep condition and really give my hair some TLC, because right now it has a lot of tension on it. So you want to make sure that you're giving it enough moisture, make sure that you're loving it enough, caring for it enough, listening to your hair. If it's itching, it's dry. If it's itching, it's dry. You need to put oil on it, put some leave-in conditioner on it. You know, and every day you can put your head under the water and take a shower, because the braids are not going to come loose. The water won't do anything because it's stuck in the style. It can't come out of the style unless you physically take it out. So, you know, hair is like a plant. You have to water it, treat it as such. So I hope this video helps, and if anyone has any more questions, feel free to email me at mynappyroots@yahoo.com, and I will be sure to do a video response and answer your questions. So stay tuned to My Nappy Roots, because there is always much, much more on the way. Bye! I'm dancing and empathizing. I'm dancing and empathizing. You know, this is just unacceptable.